G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_Gaming for another Dokkan Battle video. So for today's video we're going to be going into the best hidden potential builds for the new STR Gohan here, and then we have the INT BROLY here as well. So what we'll do is firstly we'll quickly revamp over their kits just to make sure we've got a good understanding there, and then go into the game and I'll show you how I will be building the units. So when you are building hidden potential, always really important to look at super attack effects. So for this Gohan, you can see on 12 key he does get extra defense there, and he gets the extra attack as well. So that helps for some big old damage dealing there. And the same goes for his 18 key super as well, where he also raises defense by 50% for one turn for allies. So additional supers are definitely going to be really valuable for this Gohan. For his passive skill here, you can see big numbers. So you got 200% there, you got an extra 200% that can be built up there, and that is with each attack performed. So to be able to get that extra defense there, you can see additionals are going to again be extremely valuable, and it's handy that it is each attack performed, not supers. So he gets an additional attack with plus 77% with each super attack performed. Again, more valuable there. So he launches an additional. It has a great chance of 70% when keys 18 or more. 24 key gets the additional 58% and launches an additional super. So that means that you won't need to go full blast attack on this guy. It means that you're going to have more chances to proc his additional attack, but additional is still going to be really valuable. Attacks are effective against all types, so while that's definitely not as good as crit, it does diminish the need for crit a little bit, I guess we'll say. And that's when there is another Kamehameha or Earthbred Fighter category ally attacking the turn, which is going to be extremely regularly. He gets an additional 2 key and guards or attacks if HP is 77%. And yeah, also high chance of dodge there. So no crit in his build so far, but he does have the effective against all types. In his standby, unable to attack until he gets the finish effect. He gets 77 per superclass ally attacking in the same turn, and then he gets the damage reduction, defense, yada yada yada. So nothing really there that helps us with building our hidden potential, I guess. But what does is you can see these attacks are effective against all types as well. So again, that sort of does diminish the need for crit a little bit. But I feel like this is the type of character where you could go a little bit of everything, and that's going to be really effective. Remember, we are getting skill orbs for these units, so we don't want to be going out there and using all of our top tier skill orbs, because memorable battle will be dropping and we'll be able to get some fire ones there. But what we'll do is jump over to the game and I'll show you how I'm going to be building this Gohan. So as you can see, I do have Gohan at just 69%, sorry. So I got the one dupe path down here to work with. Now, straight off the bat, being an STR unit, he does get the 5 crit there. The temptation for me is sort of to go, I'm sort of leaning to a crit, like a crit and a crit dodge build, I think. If we go like that, if we go like that, and then I'm assuming from the skill orbs that we'll get, we'll probably be able to put on another 2 crit. If I get the extra crit there, and then I can bolster up his dodge, because as we saw, I think he's going to be a massive damage dealer, and then the dodge is going to really help his numbers defensively. It's not going to help when we're in the standby, but it's more when we are in base there. So I'm thinking this is going to be the way I'm going to go. Additionals are also going to be extremely valuable because, so it is a bit of a tough one. I feel like you could go with however you want. Building this Gohan with additional, it's going to help him get those stats built up from his passive, but while he is performing a bunch of attacks, you also do want to be critting. I just love my dodge on units as well. So I'm thinking this is going to be the go for me. But I don't think you can really go wrong with the type of build with this Gohan. If you then went in and say grabbed something like this, I know we are going to get the skill orbs, which are going to give you like level 8 defense and whatnot, but a little bit of an extra additional in crit, and maybe additional in crit and skill orbs, and that way you even up your chances with both the additional crits and dodge altogether. But yeah, I don't think you can really go wrong with this Gohan. So now we jump over to BROLY here, and his kit is even bigger than Gohan's. So again, we'll do the same thing. We'll look at the super attack effects first, and yeah, the rest of the kit, and then we'll go in game. So as you can see, he massively raises attack and defense for 1 turn, which also gets a further chance of raising defense again, and then has a high chance of stunning, causes colossal. Massively raising attack and defense on super should, yeah, that's a big push towards getting additional supers, that's for sure. For his 18k, he gets the same chance, and then but the raising of his defense is massive again. So that's pretty crazy. If you're getting multiple supers with this guy, you could potentially be getting a huge amount of extra defense there, as well as attack, like from the massively raising attack too. So in terms of Broly's passive, he gets the entrance where he provides support, which is clutch especially because a lot of units here on this team are going to have damage reduction, so that extra 40% is huge. He's got his own big numbers and defense damage reduction, by 60%, so that's awesome. He gets the 100% when attacking, key spheres, and then you've got the domain stuff. That's not really relevant to his hidden potential. He can be revived, so being revived sort of mitigates as much need for dodge, and especially considering this guy has a flat chance of 60% damage reduction, that definitely, empties that off quite a bit there. He gets an additional 60% defense receiving an attack after, he's gotten that revival off, or the ally revival, so that's going to be really helpful. That's not just his that needs to be activated. He changes physical key spheres to INT, and uncontrollable power category allies get the 60% at the start of the character's turn there. So then for the active skill, massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage, and then you get the domain for the 3 turns. So can be activated when you got a Goku enemy or all units on the turn are on controllable power. For the effect of that, we've got 15% increase to damage against super, and then an extra 10% there to movie heroes. So you can see Broly is a bit of a blank slate. Now, as I said, we've got that damage reduction, we've got the revive. Given what he's got on his super attack effects, I'm thinking that like an additional crit build is going to be the way to go. So what we'll do is, again, like the Gohan, we'll jump across in game, and I'll show you how I'm going to be building my Broly. So much like Gohan, I did get Broly to 69%. I've got the one dupe here, which gives me this bottom right-hand path. And as I said, I think the additional and crit build is going to be the way to go. There's no need to go with the 3 dodge for Broly because he is a INT unit, so he does give us the 5 dodge straight off the bat. So I'm thinking we go additional, crit, additional, and then I think additional for me is going to be the way to go. I know there is the potential that crit is going to be extremely good with this guy's firing off supers, but you also need to be firing off multiple supers for that crit to become impactful as well. Same goes for Gohan, where we are going to be getting the skill orbs for Broly, so I assume we'll get like a level 8 defense. We'll probably get some crit or additional with some extra defense in silver. If you've got gold, you're going to be absolutely cooking with this Broly. If you can fill him up with as many additional and crits as humanly possible, he's going to be insane. And the raw defense is going to be extremely valuable with this Broly because he is a damage reduction unit. In comparison to Gohan, Gohan can get his guard, but yeah, I think he's going to be sort of more of an offensively focused unit. Whereas, so the raw defense stats may not help him as much. whereas this BROLY is going to have that really good damage reduction base. If you're going to be wanting to use him in slot 1 sometimes, that's where that extra defense stats combined with the damage reduction could be really, really impactful there. So if you got dupes in them, let me know how you went about with building them. Again, just to reiterate, we are going to be getting skill orbs for these guys, so I would not recommend using any of your skill orbs on them just yet. Wait and see what we get with the memorable battle rewards. So let me know how you're building the units down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.